Good morning, everyone. Today we're just going to do a quick tag art for or art tag for the homemade art tag journal that I made. I want to show you, this is what the one I'm going to use today. I even hand wrote my sentiment to go on there because I don't want to be fussy with it today. But I'm going to show you something. I know that a lot of die cuts, you can make art journaling out of anything. Like I have these very old die cuts. They're Dylusions. They're for the creative diary. You can color these, watercolor them, paint them, marker, whatever. If all you can afford is stamps, well, guess what? I've taken my stamps and made my own die cuts. But as you see, that you can do that. Because sometimes a lot of the die cut packs can be really expensive. Like I found this at Tuesday morning. Let me back you out a little bit here so you can see better. This goes to the creative diary. Yeah, you got to color it yourself, and they're stickers, but it's fine. I can still, like, if I didn't want to use the square, I would just cut out a circle. You understand what I'm saying? I would alter these like crazy. I really would. And you can make some really cool pages out of this stuff. You know, there's this. You can do whatever. And then of course there's these. I know it's easier because these are all done for you and they're all colored and everything else. All you gotta do is just slap them on. But I'm gonna use one of the Dylusions Die-Cuts, the Creative Diary one. Black and white animals. That's all the animals that are in that pack. Anyway. Moving on. Bring you back in. And I'm going to use whatever's on my desk. Like I have this tiny little 4 ounce of Faber Castel whipped spackle. I have this little itty bitty piece left of the Tim Holtz tissue paper. I just closed my eyes and mixed them all up, and this is what I picked. So what I'm going to do is, this is what we're going to do. Sometimes I don't know whether I'm coming or going. Yes, that's a lot. So let's get started. Let me put my poor little cut dog in half and move that over here. Must have coffee. Okay, so we'll use Dylusions paints. Since we're using a Dylusions die cut, I have, you know, these. They're yucky, they're funky, but hey, they still work. And I'm gonna fix my tag here so it behaves. I'm gonna use this stencil because I've got this on my desk, the whipped spackle. I need to put it through something. Well, I don't have to, but you know, it is nice to use a stencil for it. So first, I need to put down my little pieces of tissue paper. And I think I'll go this at the bottom. I've got, shake it up real good. Liquitex matte medium. And just a old crummy brush. I love my old crummy brushes the most. They really are the best. Put this on. Yeah, I'm not going to make a big fuss about where I put it. because I want my art to be enjoyable. And fun. And whatever else I want it to be. So I'm just going to slap these on here. Yes, I am. When I put too much, what's the word I'm looking for? Give me a minute and I'll figure it out. And this one I'll just put up here. I'm going to try to be too perfect at what I'm doing. And I want it to be like just absolutely off the charts perfect. Then it doesn't work out for me. Too much high, if I put too many high expectations on myself, my artwork is not enjoyable anymore. It's like that push and pull effect. They're both working against each other and it's never going to work. Now I've got that on there. Oh, and for my little dude over here, I've got Dylusions ink sprays. I'll use that on him. So let's put some spackle down. I got this with a kit many years ago, a gelatos kit. Yes, that's still wet, but that's fine because we're going to dry everything together. Now, before you put that down, make sure where you want your things to go. Okay, that's good. All right, works for me. So we've got all kinds of space. What do I want to do though? Oh, this is the stencil I'm using. It's Crafter's Workshop. Rhonda Pellizzari Designs right here. 6x6 mini impressions. My daughter got me this for my birthday. That's what I mean by craft supplies. That's how I get a lot of my craft supplies. Yes, I think I'll go this. Yep. And it doesn't matter what side I use. So let's get this open. Hopefully it's still good. Yeah, it's still good. But here's what I do. I'll put the cap back on while I'm doing this. Or do I want this? Yeah, I'll do this. I'm forever changing my mind, which is fine. That's art. And I just want a little bit because this is a tag and I don't want a ton. Just a little. All right, I'm going to pick it up. There it is. And I'm going to go over here. But be mindful of that. Yeah, I'll go this way. I just didn't want it going the same direction. So I'm going to turn my tag. Huh. And go this way with it. It's going to be a lot easier. My doggy's coming out of here. So I'll go opposite right here and use whatever's left on my scraper to put that on. Pull that up. I like that because my little butt's going to go right here. The other part's going to come out here. And I might just scrape off the rest right here. That's good. There's my texture. Excuse me, I have allergies. Now, I have a little piece of tissue here. And I'm going to scrape all this off. Put it back in my jar. That's what I'm going to do. Why waste it? I will take a baby wipe. Darn things. And I will just quickly wipe off my Dollar Tree spatula. And I'll wipe this off real quick because you don't want to leave any type of modeling paste or spackle or things like that on your stencils, because once they dry they'll be hard to get off unless you feel like soaking them for days. I'll just come over here. There we go. Alrighty. I'm going to dry this because this all needs to be dry. And I'll be right back. Okay, this is dry. I use wax paper that I get from Dollar Tree for when I use the spray inks as like paint for my little doggy here. I don't really buy expensive stuff. Sometimes I do. It will be like the matte medium. Alright, so first we need to figure out what colors we're going to do our dog. So we'll do, I guess, we'll do pinks and yellows. That way that cuts that out for me. So let's do that real quick. Grab a sheet of wax paper. Just haphazardly fold it. Doesn't matter. I'll put that down. Put these pieces on. Now you need to have a brush that you're only going to use for these, because this stuff will stain the living daylights out of your paintbrushes. And I just so happen to have one of those. So I'm going to open up, let's see, I don't want too much glare on you. Both of these, I'll just set the lid right there. I'll drop a little bit and make orange with this. Let me make sure you can see everything. Okay, so I'll start with the yellow. I'll just put that in haphazardly where I want it. Oh, look at that, I got some pink in there. Which made my orange. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll come over here and try to get it out as best as I can. I have an old rag. I'll just dip it in the water. Come back into the pink and just throw that pink in here wherever I want. And don't forget, we kind of made orange also. And I'll just let everything bleed into itself. I really hate wasting this stuff, but you can't really use this with other mediums. Alright, let me pick up some more yellow here. Get things moving. Because I'm going to cut that out better. Alright. I'll do some pink scribbles on it. Who cares? Let me get these out of the way, put back in where they belong so that I don't forget where they are. I'm going to go ahead and set our poor little crazy looking puppy. I want to hit it with some heat so I don't lose my yellow. Alright, I've got my little doggy dried. I know I lost a lot of the pink, turned into an orange. It's fine. I got a little pink on this part still so far, so we'll move this out of the way. And I'll just put that there. I cut it out because they come with a nice big white border around them. And I don't need a white border. Is that pink? That looks like it. Okay. I'll just fold this up, move it out of my way. Alright, so we've got red warm colors. So we need to go cool colors. So I'll go my vibrant turquoise, fresh lime, and maybe, just maybe, I'll throw in some bubblegum pink. I don't know. I'm going to see how these look, because I'm going to try to water them down a little bit. Alright, so we need to shake this good. Oh my goodness, there we go. I know they're thick, but you can still water anything down. Alright, let me just see where I'm at here with you guys. Just put some down on here. And the old Dollar Tree water bottle. I actually caught it with my heat tool. That's why it's nice and bendy. And I'll just mix it up with my palette knife from Cheapo Palette Knife. And I think what I'll do is I'll just layer this on. And then hit it with some water. And let it do what it wants to do. Maybe help it. If I need to help it some. If I don't want like squiggly lines. Do you know what I mean? I'll just help it move. Alright, I'll pick up some more. I'll flip it over. And I'll come this way. I'll go around the corner. Why not? And I'll pick up more. Lay it in there. And help it move. But I don't want the squiggly lines. That's just what I don't want. Look at that. I need to find something to put that on. Okay, I have some more tissue underneath, but I'm going to dab this off a little bit onto another piece of tissue that I will eventually use down the road. Because I don't want to lose what I've got there. So I'll pick it up, just take the thicker part of what I have, move that around on here. If I have to, I'll use my finger. And I'll wipe this off on here. I don't want to lose that yet because I may need to come in with some of the green. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to pick it up because it'll dry. And the funny thing is I'll stamp on this and cut it out and use it for whatever. Same with this. Alright, so move all this to the side. Let's get this dry. Okay, now that this is dry, We'll take our fresh lime. And let's see, just one of the brushes. This is a brush. I'm just going to pick up what's in the lid, wet it down pretty well with some water, and just come in hit it with some water so that it will spread on its own. I'm just going to lay this in. Where I have my blank space. And then I'll spray it with some water and let it do its own thing. That way, it'll spread out. And if I see it needs a little somewhere, I'll go ahead and do that. Why not? I don't want to waste what I've got going on there, so I'll pick up that tissue. Beep, not on my coffee cup because I'm drinking that. Okay. This piece of tissue paper, I don't want to waste it, so I'll push that forward a little bit. Come in, clean it up, put it on there, because I'll do like one of the Julie Nutting dolls. I'll make this part of a dress or part of a background. Who knows? It's all good. Spray it a little bit. Flip it over, pick it up. Here's my new table. And I'll open it back up so it dries. And I have old towel pieces. Which reminds me, I gotta take some towels to the shelter today. Because they need, animal shelters always need towels and blankets. Alright. I'm going to dry this. Let me pick it up this way because we've got little puddles of water, see? And I'm going to let that stuff move around by itself a little bit. I'm going to dry this. Be right back. Okay. After that's dry, I trimmed it up a little more. I'm liking that. I like the color schemes. So let's get to gluing. Alright, because this was, the background was the paint, it's not going to bleed on me. The only thing that would bleed on me would be the puppy dog. And that's why we're just going to use regular glue, Eileen's Tacky Glue, to glue it down. But I'll use matte medium for the words. I'm going to get my little poochie glued down. Whoops. Now I will kind of gently pull so that it wants to lay down better. And I'll just... I use a lot of Eileen's in the fairy houses that I make. It's good glue. Right there, little Beethoven. And let's see. Just give it a good push. All right. Make sure you're looking at your card straight. All right. I know the video has gotten long again, and I'm sorry. Let me grab a brush. Oh, it's still got quite a bit of green in it. It's fine. Okay. Put down some matte medium. It's probably more than I needed. That's okay. Slap it on. Pick up what excess you don't need. I'll just put it over here on the mat so that I can put it down on top of the quote if I need to. Should I go this way? I'll just go right there. Yep, right on top of the spackle that I put down, but it's, who cares? Because see, it disappears. It looks like I just wrote on there. And I'll just throw the rest of this on the puppy dog. Maybe that'll seal it up. Because I want to put some white dots on my doggy. Alright. Let me dry this off. We'll be right back. Alright. I have a white paint pen. This brand from Amazon. Oop, there you go. All you gotta do is look that up. I will also put in my 500 subscriber giveaway either a big one or a small one in that box of art supplies. Everything was bought by me, so nothing is affiliated with anything. All right, so are you working today, Ethel? I want to give... And remember, I put matte medium over the dog. Because if I didn't, if there were ink, they would turn the same color as the ink. And I just want to jazz him or her up. Why not? I can do what I want. My art journal page, right? There's that. I like that. And I'll just haphazardly go around my words. I have a black one. Craft Smart paint pen. I'll do a border. I'm going to make my border just connected X's to a point. Why not? And I'll go this way. Oh, look, I just touched my dots. That's all good. We're just doing a art tag instead of a big art journal page because I have so much to do today. Not like this didn't take up a lot of time, but it's all good. I'm just quickly going over the edge. You should let your white paint dry first, but I didn't. That's all right. It'll dry after I'm done with the video. Mind where your spackle is because that's going to be wet from all the mediums you've used. There we go. And I can give her a white dot in the eyeball, like she's wearing glasses. There's so many more things you can do. This is just what I did. Come up. I even wrote out my sentiment. Sometimes I don't know whether I'm coming or going. That's a lot of times, though. The world is so crazy and hectic. But it's all good. As long as we all love one another, treat each other with respect and kindness, your day shouldn't be so hard. I'd like to thank all the comments that I'm getting, and it makes me very happy that you appreciate the work that I do and how I try to show you what I do and how I do it. And if you can gain any inspiration from that, to me, that's amazing. I would like to ask you to like and subscribe. That would greatly appreciate it. As I'm looking at this, I have a water bottle that I bought from Target. I'm just going to give it some white splashes because it just needs it. Why not? Oop, that was a big one. But yeah, you'll look at stuff now and never know when to stop sometimes. But it's all good. Like I said, like and subscribe, comment, leave me a comment, and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Take care. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.